Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Marcio here. Today, in this video, let's have a chat about entrepreneurship or starting a new business. And more precisely, why we should not start a new business. So I got this video from the Tech Lead where he discussed a few good points about why people should not start a new business. And I'll be giving you guys my thoughts and my honest review on the video. Without further ado, let's deep dive on it.
Entrepreneurs. Who wouldn't want to be an entrepreneur? Such a beautiful, glorious thing celebrated by society, and yet entrepreneurship can totally ruin your life. I'm serious about this. Most of us are not cut out for this. I think there's a lot of messaging on YouTube and social media telling you, hey.
Yeah, I think it just started 100 kilometers per hour. And yeah, I disagree a little bit with his first statement that entrepreneurs, they are celebrated by society. I think that is only done to a small percentage of them, just the biggest ones. And the second statement is completely true. It can ruin a person's life. And there are a lot of reasons and good reasons for that, which we'll see and we'll hear more from him.
Go out, start your own business, quit your 9-to-5 corporate job.
Many more people should be leaving their job. Go do your thing. You're gonna die.
And go build your own business. Become a hustler just like the rest of us out here on social media. That's all you see. We're all hustlers. We're all kind of running our own businesses, entrepreneurs.
And yeah, I totally agree again with his statement here. And yeah, we whenever go to a social media, and can be any of them, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, or whatever it is, there will always be someone talking about starting a new business, be it drop shipping or affiliate marketing or Amazon FBA or anything else. And as we saw on these ads here, this guy just telling, okay, just quit your job and do your own thing. But it is not that easy to simply quit the daily job in 9 to 5, especially whenever this person or people have families, and that is even harder. And again, it's not something that everybody is fit to pursue that career or that path, because that's tough.
Not cut out for a lot of people. You know, I know friends and family who have had their lives utterly destroyed by trying to quit their corporate job, and then they go become a hustler doing their own little gig. They essentially ended up on the street as drug addicts. And even when I was working at Google, I remember there was a junior engineer. He just got in. Within like a month, he quit and said he's going to go build his own business. And I saw this kid just give up a dream Google job, corporate gig, and then he said he's just going to go do his own thing. His startup probably failed quite.
Yeah, I think he just gave us a very extreme example here, that a person just wrecked his life and became a drug addict. I think that is the far extreme that can happen to a person that goes on that path and doesn't plan and simply quit their job and try building their company out of the blue. And more specifically about this guy that he said he was working with him at Google. The guy just quit his job after 1 month, and that's really scary. So nobody should be doing that. And the most conservative and I believe the best way we could approach this kind of situations where we want to start something new, a business or anything new, to be honest, is just to keep our 9 to 5 job, just keep your daily job and do the business on the side. I'm saying that because companies and new businesses, they usually take some time, and sometimes these companies, they take a lot of time to become profitable. Honestly, the majority of companies, they break. They don't ever become successful. There is this risk component whenever starting a new business, because people have those $1 million ideas on every single day. I do have them as well, but the majority of them are not profitable ideas. Even the ones that are profitable, there is also the luck component attached to the whole business idea, because we have to be prepared and we have to be in the right place at the right time as well.
Channel for a month after I made that video, because I just kind of burned out. And even my last video was titled "Why I Refuse to Work as a Millionaire." sounds very cool. Let's just quit our corporate jobs and become our own bosses. But I actually would not recommend anybody quit their day jobs. And I think people didn't get the message. You see, entrepreneurship is actually much harder than your 9 to 5 job. So if you're looking for an easier life, people started messaging me that they hate their day jobs and they want to run their own businesses. Your 9 to 5 is as easy as it gets, quite frankly. And I was serious when I said I would love to do a 9 to 5 job.
Here is the part, again, where I agree and disagree with him, saying that having a 9 to 5 job is not easier, I would say, than becoming an entrepreneur. But it is something which is or can be a little bit more predictable than becoming an entrepreneur. What I mean by that is, once we have a job, we can count with that money flow that will come on every month or 2 weeks or 1 week, whatever the payment cycle is. We know that money is coming. And once we shift to become an entrepreneur and build our own company, there is no guarantee that we'll be making money, that the company will be successful, or that we'll be able to make any sales whatsoever. I believe that is the part, or that is the path he's trying to depict here, where on one hand, here we have our certainty that our job is going to pay us, but being an entrepreneur, there is no guarantee. Taking it on another angle here, I'm just trying to extrapolate a little bit on top of his ideas, is that being an employee is also risky, because as we all have watching the market, and we have been seeing that many companies, they have been laying off people, and people that had been working for those companies for more than 10 years or more than 15 years. So people that thought they were safe, but there is this uncertainty and there is no guarantee component as an employee either. And on the other hand, so just becoming the devil's advocate, as an entrepreneur, so that there is no ceiling. What I mean by that is, if the company or if the product becomes successful, there's no limit for how much money and how much freedom we can get from that product or from that company.
Just, it doesn't make financial sense for me at this point, but I would love to be doing what you're doing because it's like half the work that I'm doing. And now's a good time to mention, by the way, that I'm not actually a real entrepreneur. I'm not like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos who's building these companies. I'm more like what they call a lifestyle entrepreneur who focuses on, say, freedom and flexibility of lifestyle. But I don't build these big companies. I don't have a co-founder. I just don't care enough about making massive gobs of money. Now, the real difference, though, between entrepreneurship and your 9 to 5.
I do agree with him here. And one thing that people usually focus only is about those big names. Let's say Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and, well, I could give almost, well, not an infinite list, but a big list of big names here. But not all companies and not all people will have the same success as these guys. So these guys, I really consider them to be special people, where they were able to create something that nobody ever thought would be possible, and now their companies, they are evaluated on billions of dollars. There is also other kind of entrepreneurs, this kind of people that they simply don't want to create these big companies or even companies with lots of employees. I read many books on people that they had their companies, but those companies, they were kind of automated, and they could do their work in a few hours per week, and that's also possible. I believe one of the books was the Fast Lane Millionaire, which is a good book, and the person he was explaining that while he was working on his 9 to 5 job, he was also building or trying to build his business, and he kept trying until he found something that people really wanted and a service that was really needed by people, and then he became successful with that company. Yeah, there are lots of ways of approaching to become a business owner, and doesn't necessarily mean that the person needs to become this big mogul and become like Elon Musk, for example.
5 job is accountability. most people have no idea what real work and real accountability really is. People, they just do their 9 to 5 jobs, usually 8 hours in a day. They actually only work about 4 hours, and the other 4 they goof off, having their lunches, playing ping pong, and they go to meetings, they do their talking, they go home, watch Netflix. They want to chill on the weekends, go to the beach. Monday night, they're not working on Monday, that's football night. Tuesday night, hey, that's hockey night. Wednesday night, well, that's date night, of course. Thursday night's a big game. Friday night, gotta go out one more time there. But if we take a look at what...
I kind of disagree with his points here, where he said that the biggest difference is accountability from an employee point of view and from an entrepreneur. And I argue that is not true. Because the employee will have accountability as well. Because if the company is paying, for example, in my case, I'm a senior software engineer. The company is paying me to work. I must do my job on the best way possible. And I will be held accountable for the things that I'm supposed to deliver. There are many expectations for myself and for my peers and for whoever else works inside the company. And that happens for every single company. Of course, working for a company as an employee, every single employee has their own domain to take care of, and that's totally different from a business owner perspective, especially when the company is starting or if the company is still on his infancy stage, because this person needs to do pretty much everything and anything that comes on his or her way, because he is what we call the solopreneur. He usually starts a company by himself or even two people. It can be a co-founder, but they have to do pretty much everything. As an employee, that usually doesn't happen because every single person is working on a very specialized role inside the company in order to make the company work. Okay, just to give you guys a summary here, the original video is in the description below, but my quick summary here is that I believe that becoming an entrepreneur is something that's really good, and that's something that the society and the whole market can benefit of, because if a company is successful, that company will generate more jobs, and more jobs will give people more money, and more money will make the market grow more, and also the cities, the countries, and that's a kind of snowball effect. On the other hand, entrepreneurship is not something that is easy to accomplish. Creating a business is not something that is easy. It is hard. People should not simply quit their day job in order to pursue that path. This is the part where I totally agree with him and many other people. We should do things in parallel. Just keep your job and keep doing your thing on the side, because that's the best way to approach the situation. And the third thing is that not everybody is fit for becoming an entrepreneur. There is a shift from employee to business owner, and also from a very specialized role into a more generalist role. So this person needs to become a business owner, a manager, someone who is gonna clean the office and do the accountant stuff. And this person needs to become a kind of clone of himself. But again, if that is something that you want to do it. But plan before and do not quit your job. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like the video, click on the subscribe button, and also on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my videos. And I'll see you all next time.